Esther chapter 5. Spiritual gems and their application. Verse 2. As soon as the king saw Esther the queen standing in the courtyard, she gained favor in his eyes. The king extended to Esther the golden scepter he was holding, and Esther approached and touched the top of the scepter. Spiritual gem. Jehovah's timing and favor. Application. Esther's favor with the king at that precise moment demonstrates Jehovah's timing and favor. We should trust that Jehovah can open doors and provide favor in our interactions with others when we seek his guidance. Verse 3. The king then said to her, "What is it, Queen Esther? What do you want? Even if it is half the kingdom, it will be given to you." Spiritual gem. Approaching authorities with respect. Application. Esther's respectful approach to the king serves as an example when dealing with authorities. We should approach those in positions of authority with respect and humility when seeking assistance or making requests. Verse 4. Esther replied, "If it pleases the king, may the king together with Haman come today to the banquet that I have prepared for him." Spiritual gem. Wisdom and patience in planning. Application. Esther's careful planning and patience in inviting the king and Haman to a banquet demonstrate the value of wisdom and strategic thinking. In our service to Jehovah, we should plan and act wisely, seeking favorable opportunities. Verse 7. So Esther replied, "My request and my petition is." Spiritual gem. Effective communication in making requests. Application. Esther's concise and clear communication in making her request highlights the importance of clarity and effectiveness when making requests. We should be direct and specific when presenting our petitions to Jehovah in prayer. Verse 9. So Haman went out on that day joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, and he did not rise and did not tremble before him, Haman was filled with indignation against Mordecai. Spiritual gem. Integrity and loyalty to God. Application. Mordecai's refusal to show deference to Haman reveals his loyalty to God and integrity. We should prioritize our loyalty to Jehovah over the expectations of others, even when it leads to opposition. Verse 14. Then his wife Zeresh and all his friends said to him, "Let them make a stake 50 cubits high, and in the morning tell the king to have Mordecai impaled on it. Then go in with the king to the banquet in good spirits." This advice seemed good to Haman, so he had the stake prepared. Spiritual gem. Beware of counsel that promotes wrongdoing. Application. Haman's acceptance of advice to harm Mordecai teaches us to be cautious of counsel that promotes wrongdoing. We should always evaluate advice in light of Jehovah's principles and act in harmony with his moral standards. Verse 14. This advice seemed good to Haman, so he had the stake prepared. Spiritual gem. Consequences of unrighteous actions. Application. Haman's decision to prepare the stake for Mordecai demonstrates that unrighteous actions have consequences. We should consider the consequences of our choices and strive to act in harmony with Jehovah's principles. In Esther chapter 5, we find spiritual gems about Jehovah's timing and favor, approaching authorities with respect, wisdom and patience in planning, effective communication in making requests, integrity and loyalty to God, being cautious of unrighteous counsel, and considering the consequences of our actions. These principles offer valuable guidance for our faith and service to Jehovah today.